Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Patrol Trooper. Go ahead and take a look at this picture of him while I read the bio on the back of the box. As the Empire reinforces its hold on worlds across the galaxy, local defense forces are being supplemented and eventually completely replaced with Imperial stormtroopers. To cover distances across sprawling settlements and cities, patrol stormtroopers police the streets and alleys aboard swift interceptor speeder bikes. Here he is out of the package, and I like him. This is the newest addition to the Galactic Imperial Forces. This was introduced in the Solo movie, and it's basically what would happen if a stormtrooper and a biker scout had a child, and that child grew up and became a cop. So let's dive into the review proper and look at the looks, and the looks are good. It's good. The helmet is stormtrooper-like, but it is a little thicker. It's got a little ridge right here, but the paint is all different. It has a lot more black, like the gothic kid of my soul loves. He's got a little bit more chest armor going on. It looks kind of like a Kevlar jacket, but he has like riding pants on, so he can grab on a speeder and kind of take off like Chips. Dun, 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 dun. It's a pretty interesting trooper design. It's similar enough to be familiar, but different enough to be unique. So I'm gonna give the looks a 1. He looks good. Let's move on to accessories. He comes with 2. Technically, he should have come with 3, but he comes with 2. First, we have the EC-17 blaster, very similar or the same as the blaster the Biker Scout comes with. But instead of putting that blaster on his leg, he has a nice little hip holster to slide that baby right in. The blaster itself has some silver paint on it, on the side of the barrel and on the handguard. It fits as nicely in his hand as it does in his holster. It is a small gun, so don't lose it. On top of the blaster, he comes with a billy club, nightstick, blackjack, some kind of beating utensil. At least I think that's what it is. I honestly couldn't find any information on it. There's no instructions on the box or anything like that. And I couldn't find out what it was on Wikipedia or anything, so I'm just gonna say it's some kind of nightstick that he can use to beat people, you know, police brutality style. It's mostly black, molded really nicely and really intricately with a little silver strip of paint around the middle to make it look like it's metal. It doesn't fit too well in his hand. Even if it does, it's really small. It's like hard to see when he's holding it in his hand. It's fine. It's cool that he comes with it. I kind of wish more troopers came with one now, to be fair. The only thing that I really wish he'd come with was his speeder. It's sad that we just have a patrol trooper with no speeder to patrol. It's even mentioned in the bio that he has one, but we just get this. That's it. Maybe one day we'll just get a speeder, but you know, I'm not gonna fault it too much for that, because even when I do those reviews, I don't review the vehicle as an accessory for the character, so I'm gonna give him the point for what he does come with, because he comes with pretty much what he should. So let's look at articulation real quick. His head moves side to side, down this far, back that far, has a bit of a waggle. His arm moves out this far. It has a 90-degree bend at the elbow. He has kind of a butterfly joint in there. His torso swivels. It moves forward this far, back this far. His leg moves out this far, back kinda. It has a weird hip joint up in the hip, as well as a thigh joint. He has a double jointed knee, as well as an ankle hinge and an ankle rocker. With this being the Imperial Patrol Trooper's widest stance, with both his feet flat on the ground. So the articulation's pretty good. His head has a great range of movement. His shoulders, his arms move at greater than 90 degrees despite their molding on it, and that's fantastic. His torso has a great range of movement, but weirdly, he has butterfly joints, which is something that we've only seen that I know of once before in the Black Series on the Rebel Trooper. The problem here is, yes, he has them, but I can't see what good they do. They don't stay in the position that you move them in. If I move them back, it still kind of pops back to the middle. It's a weird choice, but it's nice that they tried. I'm not gonna dock it for not having it, because it's something that we don't get too often in the Black Series, and I want them to try this more, so I'm not going to dock it for that. The hips are great, the legs are great, the knees are great. There's even an extra little joint down here below the knee at his calf, which is something we don't see a whole lot. It's probably something they could do because the armor does kind of conceal that joint, and it does give him a nice little extra bit of articulation. I have a feeling with that extra bit, with the arm butterfly joints, with this, we were supposed to get a speeder to go along with them. I have a feeling that we were supposed to, and at the last minute they canceled it for some reason, or they were afraid no one would buy it. I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion with the amount of accessories that he came with and the amount of articulation that he has, he should be able to sit on a speeder. So maybe they were planning all along to release them separately, or maybe they're originally planning on making one with him and then just scrapped it and released him by himself. So with that being said, I'm gonna give him the point. He deserves it. He's got phenomenal articulation. I wish more characters had the same amount of articulation. So what about the sculpt and paint? Well, I mean, to the naked eye, it's pretty boring. He's just a stormtrooper. He's white and black, and that's pretty much it. But if you get real close in there, there's a lot of great detail. The helmet is a new stormtrooper sculpt. The chest Kevlar piece up here has got a lot of great detailing in it. It's got some great paint on the front, and even has some great paint and sculpting on the back with these little vents and things. Even just the white molded plastic underneath has lots of great little lines and divots and things like that. The pants look like pants. It's got a nice clean stripe running down the side. His little pouches and things are molded and painted really, really nicely. And his boots look fantastic. I mean, from head to toe, this thing is covered in detail and fantastic paint apps. And I don't see anything that looks really bad, so I'm gonna give it the full point. So, want and availability. This is the part where I'm gonna dock it points for not coming with the speeder bike. I mean, yes, I want stormtroopers, I want troopers, I want them all. If they had just released the Biker Scout in the Black Series line without a speeder bike, I would have been disappointed. Same thing here. This guy is known for being like a speeder bike patrol trooper. Like, that's his thing. It's kind of a bummer. As much as I love troopers, as much as I absolutely love this guy, it is kind of a bummer that he doesn't come with that. In terms of availability, he is available in the normal wave that's hitting stores right now. You could also buy it online like I did. He's number 72 in the line, so he's not exclusive or anything, so good luck finding him. I can't dock him nothing. I'll give him a half a point here, and we'll move on with our lives. So what does that leave him with? Well, 4.5 out of 5. He could have been a perfect figure. Had he come with that speeder, this figure is perfect. But because we didn't come with it, like I said, it kind of makes me sad. It's a perfect figure that's being held back by my own selfishness. And I mean, I should feel bad about that, but it's my review, so I don't. So that's it for my Imperial Patrol Trooper review. What did you think? Do you have one? Do you want one? Did you find one? Let me know in the comments down below. I love to read and respond to every one of those. There's a couple of different ways in the downstairs area you can support my channel if you want to. Like, share, subscribe, you know, the normal YouTube stuff that people say at the end of every YouTube video. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.